Welcome back. We're at it again. It is a beautiful 65-degree day here in April, and today, just kidding, it is February 15th, and it is 65 degrees though. I'm already about ready to lose the outer layer here. Today my goal is to work on the bed inside the shelter. Depending on how that goes, maybe tackle a few other things, but it's a beautiful day, so let's get going. Amazing what a sharp chain will do for you. Watch out. Ooh, I'd take a little break. I'm sweating like it's summer out here. Jeez, Pete. Middle of February. Not the only one that was thirsty. Oh, the breeze is nice. Good gracious. Gross. Oh, it's probably good for me to get out in the middle of winter. Get some sweating in. I was just bragging again the other day about that steel chainsaw. How it's never given me issues. Should have kept my mouth shut. I think because I had it on and off, you know, making cuts and trying to get the 4 posts dialed in, which I think I have them about there. I'll let it sit for a few minutes. I tried to start it without the choke and it wouldn't start, so I choked it. Yeah, so we'll just let it sit for a few minutes. I need a little bit to cool off anyway, and we'll go back at it. I think I'm only just a few cuts away from having both bed rails done. I can show you that here in a minute. And then the 2-foot long slats, I only have maybe a dozen of those. That's going to be a time consumer. Not difficult. I just need to find stuff around that has, you know, lengths of about 2 foot that are pretty near straight. Just need a whole bunch of them. I tried to figure up, see if I can do some mental math here on the quick. Let's say my bed rails are 7 foot long. That is 84 inches. And if my slats, for easy math, let's go 2 inches, although some of those I have already are not quite 2. Even that's what, 42 slats. I'm a dozen, so let's say I'm a quarter of the way there, give or take. Like I said though, with the chainsaw running, I've got quite a bit just around here. Just right in the cabin site that I could get a number, and then I've got a few other spots I know, kind of made a mental note of where I could go get them. So I'm going to sit here for a few more minutes and then we'll go back and see if we can't get the chainsaw going. Well, here it is. I'd say I'm a little over halfway done with the slats. I did get the chainsaw to fire back up, so that helped. I feel pretty good about the structure, handling the weight, the slats handling the weight, but here's where I'm going to need you guys' help. I tied off 4 corners, and I'm still not super stable. So my question is, how do I make this a lot more stable? Do I need to drive spikes in on a couple sides of each post? That's my leading theory, but if you guys jump down in the comments on the way down, hit that like button, throw a comment in there, give me some advice. Let me know what's the most efficient way to really make this a solid bed. While the bacon's cooking, I'm going to give you a little new revised tour. So the shelter's still in really good shape. Sorry for the shakiness. I don't know if you can tell from this angle, I cut notches for the bed rails to lay down in. That seems to have helped. And got some of the slats on. Maybe halfway, maybe not quite. But this gives me tons of storage underneath for kindling. I just had the 2-foot piece here, so I threw it under there. The extra tarps that we'll use on the other shelter, a little bit of tar paper, the fabled and failed rocket stove, which we'll have a 2.0 in a new video. Still got a trusty old bucket and shovel. And then the biggest addition, I brought out this tote so that pots and plates and forks and pans and saws and knives and all that stuff that I've been having to haul out every time, I can now put in this tote, slide it under the bed, and in addition to what I've stored up here, I will have 99% of what I need to come out and stay. But then if I'm going to do any work, I might have to bring out additional tools. That said, this is starting to look like a bushcraft shelter. Now let's get that bacon done. Well, that's frying up. I'm going to share with you guys a kind of a valuable lesson that I learned when it comes to cast iron. So I received this cast iron skillet used. It appeared to still be in pretty good shape. So from my research, I thought, well, I'll give it a good seasoning and then it should be good to go. So I gave it a good seasoning, did the whole thing, oiled it, real light, baked it in the oven, looked beautiful. Brought it out here, and I attempted to use it on the rocket stove video. If you're not familiar with that video and you want a good laugh, you go check it out right about here. The rocket stove didn't work as I designed it. There will be a 2.0, as I've said before. I've got some different options I've been tossing around in my head. One commenter said it is amazing how poorly you did that, or something along those lines. Thanks. You know, I've never claimed to be a professional or know everything that I'm doing out here. I'm just kind of trying things out. So, lesson I learned is that is not the right way to do it. Anyway, back to the cast iron. So, to make it easy, I just brought out a couple eggs. It didn't work on the rocket stove, so I moved it to the coals on the fire. And super quickly, the eggs started sticking, I could tell. And I was like, oh man, what the heck? You know, cast iron is supposed to be the magic thing, the no-stick thing that's natural. So I took it back home, did some research. A couple things that I did wrong. Number one, I should have really scrubbed it down before I tried to season it. I thought it was completely smooth. It was not. So I seasoned a little bit of gunk on it. The biggest thing, problem number two, is apparently eggs are the absolute worst thing to use on a newly seasoned or reseasoned cast iron skillet. Apparently the proteins in it are just way more likely to cling to the metal. So I went back to square one. I thought, am I going to have to strip this thing down to the bare metal? did a little bit more research, and what I did was take sea salt and vegetable oil. And I don't remember the combination on it. Quick Google, you can get it. And a paper towel, and just scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. I scrubbed a long time until I was confident that all of that egg residue and any of the residue that was left before was still there. So then I re-seasoned it. I think I ran it through the oven twice. And then, so the next thing that I'm doing, or I guess mistake 2A, the best thing to cook at it after re-seasoning is something high in fat, like bacon. So that's why I brought out a few slices of bacon here to cook on the cook fire. And so that's what we're doing now. So hopefully you can learn a little bit from my mistakes. Really make sure that skillet's clean before you re-season it. Do not cook eggs with it until you've cooked something fatty at least 2 or 3, 5 times. Bacon, sausage, those types of things are the best. So if you're experimenting or new to cast iron like I am, yeah, learn from my mistake. Don't do that. It's still hot. Anyway, I ramped the fire back up so I can clean the skillet, then probably look to head out of here for the day. So next time maybe we can get that fixed up and get, depending on your recommendations, get that thing stabilized, and we're looking pretty close at an all-nighter. That's pretty exciting. As always, I hope this video blessed you, and we'll see you next time.